Hi, world. I'm Kayla,
And I'm Aaliyah,
and
and
we
we're
are
dynamic Ditto.
period. Today we're going to be discussing our book that we're reading, The Coldest
Yes,
Winter Ever.
for our book club series, yes, by Sistah Souljah.
Yes. So,
Mhm.
do you want to share? I don't know much about Sister Soldier for real, even though we've been reading these books since like middle school. Do
Right.
you want to share what you know about her? Because I don't know nothing.
Um, I just know she's an activist. She a rapper, a writer.
I didn't know that she was like. What songs did she make?
I don't know. I ain't go back and listen
Okay, she just
because I
claims to
did.
be a rapper.
Yeah, I did try to look some stuff up about her just so we could talk. She was just an activist, so I think she is some like moment that she had that Bill Clinton, I think. Let me not even
Knowledge.
lie. Let me just look. Uh,
Yeah, just let's see what it say.
yes, Bill Clinton. In 1992, he publicly criticized her remarks about race and violence following the Los Angeles riots. So I guess she had spoke on it. And he talked about her, and they made it a sister soldier moment, and she was big then.
Hmm.
I
I didn't know
also
that.
I just want to I want to point out how on almost all of her books, Diddy got a comment on.
Yeah, that's like kind of like not good
I
for
was
her.
scratching my head like, I don't know if I want to read
Like
it anymore.
she had
Like,
ties with him, but
she
he
the
just was
best.
so popular in the culture. He was
Yeah,
such a
yeah,
staple in the culture that it
yeah.
just was like that made her valid.
Right, right, right. For real.
But that
Yeah,
is questionable. Like, how close was they together?
yeah. Like
Okay,
legit
but do you know?
party.
I always wonder this. Do you know if she was like writing stories about how she like what her perception of the culture was, or was it like based on anybody's true story or not?
Um, I know she made Winter's birthday her birthday. So, in the first chapter, Winter's Day, her birthday, and I looked up when Sister Soldier's birthday, and they got the same birthday. So I was like, maybe she kind of emulating how she was when she was younger, maybe,
Right, or something.
or maybe her friends around her. But she
So if
doesn't
she's
obviously state that it's like a true story, just based on, or just I think it's really her perception.
if she 60, you said she's 60 or 60 something.
60.
That mean that she had to be born in like the 70s, if
Yes.
my math is
So
right.
she was born in 64.
Oh,
So she's 62. Yeah, she's 62.
okay. Cause yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's like an integration of it because it's painted in the 90s.
Yep. Mhm.
So yeah, I wonder if she got like other people's stories and like combined it. Anyway, it's a very good book that captures like inner city um life, I would say. Like when we were reading it, I at some points I could relate to it or I know people that could.
Mhm.
Um and yeah, like it's a little you need to be a little aged.
It's raunchy.
It's thank you.
And we was
I was being cute.
reading this in 8th grade.
'Cause we had no business. We had no
I read it
business.
first and I handed it to you. Was like, read it, read it. I was putting you into all the bad stuff. I'm so sorry.
I was like,
Chasing
"Oh
you.
my god."
I put you on the side of baby. I be thinking about that often. I'm like,
No, for real. I did not. I was like, "Side of who? What?
you
Why
you
do
was in my
everybody want to be a baby?" I
you was
don't
in
get
your
it.
room listening to Hannah Montana, and I said, here go the thuggiest and rappiest song you could ever
Oh
listen to.
my goodness. I was listening to J. Cole
Yeah.
and Kendrick Lamar. I was so wholesome.
You was? I'm
You wasn't
sorry.
the only person. You wasn't the only person.
I know. I know. I don't try to take all the credit for
But we gonna move on from that before we get too deep into the history.
right.
But okay, so Coldest Winter Ever. The stage is set. So I guess we should talk a little bit about like background a little bit before we like dissect what the book was, like the
Right.
parts that stood out to us. So
Hmm.
it's like in the 90s.
Yes.
It's about a young, very young girl that grows up in Brooklyn, coming
Mm.
up in Brooklyn. Her dad is like a big drug lord. Um, yeah, and it's like her navigating her teenage years where there's like a lot of change and stuff happening in her world.
Yeah, it's a coming of age book.
Yeah, definitely a coming of age book.
Yeah.
That's like the furthest thing I thought about. I didn't even think about that because it's just so raunchy that I didn't
Yeah.
think about it as that.
'Cause
But it
she already got that grown mindset. It's just like
yes.
how much more can she grow up?
No, seriously.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would say the book automatically like start the most raunchiest starting point pop possible. It's very vulgar, very aggressive towards women.
Yeah.
And
Let's just mention that she first started dissing Sister Soldier.
I make like I don't like her. She the
Oh,
type of person I would cut
yeah,
this,
yeah.
this, and that. Like, girl, all right. And then she talking about she came busting out her mama.
Big old wow. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
like, what is going on? What is going on? I
Mhm.
feel like I don't know. Should we read like part of it
Yeah, we can
just
read
to
little
give people?
snippets. I literally was writing in the book. I'm like, hey yo, when she said she was busting out her mom. So I was like, first of all, her dad already setting standards. Period. And she knew it.
Like that's good, but then like what I assessed like the further that we read is like she's very materialistic.
Very.
That's all that matters to her. And that's what she values like in her relationships. Like if she have a relationship with somebody, you gotta be giving me something.
Yeah.
And then it talks about later how her mom and dad were like 14 years old
Mhm.
when they had her. So in my head, look reading it now, it's like, how was you 14 having a limo?
Pulling up. You really
Like
had some pull.
what? That's crazy.
For real. Yeah.
Um,
And I said
yeah,
that yeah, her dad set the tone for her to be like a ghetto princess.
yes. Like
Uh,
she lived a ghetto fabulous lifestyle.
and then I was like, but at least
And
she had a dad.
no, for real.
For
For real.
real.
I would say she's like very superficial, very vain. But
Mhm.
I think like she learned that from her mom because one of the things that it says is like her mom says like being beautiful is a full-time job.
Yep. I said that her mom taught her how to be high maintenance,
Yeah.
and how to be a bad bee.
Yeah.
Because a
And
bad bee
I
get
would
what she
say
want.
her dad like reinforced it because he would say like I want you to have the best, like I want you to
Mhm.
look like this and dress like that. Like
Yeah.
so that's what she thought like are qualities of a woman because that's what she's seen and that's what her dad idolized like
Right.
basically.
I think it came from them being young parents.
I would
'Cause
say that too.
when you older, like, you don't really care about all that stuff, you know your
Yeah.
kids gonna mess all that stuff up,
Right.
like, and being young with that young mindset, like, you don't want your kids flashy, you don't wanna be flashy out there, not everybody know what you doing,
Exactly. They know
just
what you
everybody in
got,
the
they count in your
business.
pocket.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say also with them being young, like I could kind of relate in like having young parents, like they're trying to grow up and learn themselves,
Exactly.
let alone learn like what they should be teaching you. Like my parents had me, my mom, she turned 17 after she had me. Me and her born in the same month. And my dad was 18.
Mhm.
So they was like a year apart, but they was teenagers, like they was super young. And like I 100% grew up with my parents.
Yeah.
Like the older that I got, they taught me more stuff. But like I even be thinking like at this age, I'm 24. That means that I was like 8.
Right.
Like I can't imagine having an 8-year-old right now. Like that's crazy.
Never.
Like
I'm about to have a 4-year-old, and I'm like, "What is going on?"
and
Like, how are
it's
you about
like
to turn 4? I don't get it.
Like, you still trying to figure out your life. You trying to still like, right now, like, I would say at this point, right now, I would say I know what my values are. I know what's important to me in life. I know what I like, what I don't
Yeah.
like, at this point. So I couldn't imagine, like, them first 8 years, I would say the first 10 years, that's the foundation. After that, you trying to instill something in the child, they already done seen you.
Mhm.
whatever you doing, however you carrying yourself, and whatever you didn't teach them, it's already gonna be a gap there by that time. So I feel
Yeah,
like that kind of adds to why she is the way that she is.
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What else did I say? It's very apparent that she is young with a hypersexual mindset.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. I think I'm kind of going into chapter 2 now, so I don't want to go too fast. But she loved the hood.
She do.
She loved being better than everybody, like having her dad having that respect. Um,
Yeah, ghetto princess.
yeah, that's just it. Yeah.
Yeah. I wrote down when her dad was playing chess but with himself, and I was like, okay, that's where she get her arrogance from. Cause he thinking playing chess by himself, he seeing every angle of the
Right. But
street.
you not. You only saying yourself.
Yeah. You only seeing how you will move. You only
Exactly.
seeing your your faults and errors and stuff like that. You
Right.
ain't really seeing what's going on outside these four walls that you think you playing in. And I was
Yeah.
like, that's what he directly teaches his daughter. Like he like, oh, you gotta I play by myself because I'm seeing everybody's moves, and I'm just like, come on now, you
No.
can't be that crazy. Yeah, I'm like,
And I
how you
wrote that.
even get so big? Because
No, for real. I wrote that down too. That she's very narcissistic, but she get that from both her parents. Both her parents are narcissists. Like,
yeah, they both narcissists for sure.
but yeah,
Yeah, she don't go to school.
right. She don't go to school. She don't value education. She think
She
it's
say she only
pointless.
go what, like every 3 days, just so she don't get the currency people you have called on her.
Yeah,
And her parents okay with that.
they don't care.
Cause they ain't got no job, so they at home. Like, look, girl, what you
Exactly.
doing here?
She watching the babies. That's all they care about.
Yes. And then
Cause
we
I
get
I was thinking
introduced.
about that. Like, why does she babysit so much if her mom don't work?
Right.
She babysits a lot.
That's a young mom.
Yeah, she's
She
trying to
probably
get outside.
going out, going to the club.
Outside, real bad. Okay, so this is our assessment of like what we read, but like just to continue the plot. So like she painting a picture of her life in Brooklyn, and then she describes her relationship with her mom, her relationship with her dad, um, how she don't go to school. Do she talk about her friends, or that's later?
I think she talk about like two.
Because I had a note on that too. On her friends, the one that she was super close with.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, they do talk about it in chapter 1, and I wanted to talk about this. She says that her mother got pregnant at 14, and she describes how she lost her herself. Winter describes how she lost her virginity at 12 with her best friend at
It
the
would
same
seem
time.
like it was older boys because of the way that she describes their stuff.
Right.
So
And
yeah.
that's what she typically goes after.
Yeah.
Like Midnight, who she has a crush on,
He's
is
22.
older than her. Right,
Yeah.
he older than her.
Way older.
And the sugar daddy that she be playing around with, he's much older than her. So she has like this I wouldn't go as far as to say a fetish, but she has like this.
I think she's looking for her dad
Yes.
because she talks about him a lot, like, oh, how handsome he is, how
Right,
fine
which I
he is,
find a
and
bit
stuff like
odd.
that.
I find that odd.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah, I
forgot
think that's what she's looking.
the psychologist is. Oh man, that talks about that. It probably Freud.
Sigmund Freud.
Yeah,
Yeah.
son looking for a mom or somebody like their mom, but I don't know
Yeah.
who's the one that talks about the
I
daughter
was
looking for somebody like their
I
dad.
would say that's true to an extent, but I think at a certain
I
point
can't
it
even
just
talk
should
because
be that.
why my dad and my husband got the same name.
No, for real. But the thing is, I know that about myself, but I don't think it's to the point where it's weird. Like, I do look for qualities that's similar to my dad. Like, I
Yeah.
like somebody that's quiet, he talk, but
Yeah.
he just not like I'm the personality.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah. Started
Um,
though, you're a sub character.
yeah. Like very calm,
Yeah.
very like logical, very like my dad is, I would say he's loving, but he's not like overly, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He not, I don't know how to describe what I'm saying.
Yeah, he not super affectionate, but
He
he love his
can
kids.
be. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like you know it, but it's not like he just, oh, give me a kiss and hug every time.
Right.
Like he do want a kiss and hug, but he not just like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it. It's
I
just a
know, I
balance
get
enough
it.
to,
Yeah, it's a balance.
yeah. I would say, yeah, all of those things like man of God, all of that, like smart, stuff like that. But yeah, I think like as we continue to read, you can see that like her actions is a lot of like male validation seeking. And I wouldn't say that's uncommon for someone at a young age. Like when you young, I'm gonna just be honest. When you young, you want people to think you cute. Like you want to feel cute. And I feel like sometimes like hearing it from your parents or your family isn't enough because it's like I look like y'all. Like of course y'all would say that.
And I think probably, I mean, you would think that she would be kinda adverted to seeking, like, older male validation,
Mm.
probably hearing stories from her friends, like, "Oh, this happened to me, and he
Mm.
was older." But no, she's still gone after that, like, I think she liked that adrenaline that she get
I
from
think she do
doing
too.
something she not supposed to be doing.
Yeah,
But
100%.
shoot, I do too, but not in that aspect.
She take it way too far.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, and I think it's also like that arrogance that we were talking about before. Like she like if she set her eyes on somebody, she want them specifically to give her the validation that she's looking for. Like
Yeah,
it
like
don't
Midnight,
matter.
she's delusional about this man.
Literally, he
He
is
don't pay
not
her
on her.
no mind. She be like,
No attention.
"I don't care." She be like, "I was a
Like
little
if you
hurt, but
didn't
Imma try again."
like even I'm skipping ahead, but like towards the end of chapter 3, she telling her friend about how her and Midnight did stuff. He never even barely looked at this girl and she
He said,
lying
"I'm
saying that
taking you
they done did
home."
something.
She said, "Okay."
Like literally, I brought you home to your dad because your dad told me to bring you home. And you out here telling
$150. I getting paid.
and you telling your homegirl that we done did the do. We didn't do nothing. She a mess. Um I would say another note that I took is that she's definitely a daddy's girl. She have a daddy's girl relationship, and I would say that she idols him, and he affirms her with materials. And I think he also affirms her thought process, like how she sexualizes herself. He affirms that by like the way he tries to shield her from like other people's attention. Like when they
Yeah,
said they have an extra guard door and nobody goes past that door because he don't want them to see his wife and kids, which I understand to a certain aspect, but I think the way she's taking it is from like a sexual lens because she already has the lens of seeking older men's attention.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Uh, hmm.
Mind you, her
Oh,
time she only 16.
when her mama was saying that she wanted to get her on birth control, and her dad
Yes.
was like, "Oh, she ain't doing none of that." And she was like, "A girl will make it happen if she wants to, whether it's in the closet or a car." And I'm
That
like,
was absolutely that sentence. It's on page 5. I distinctly remember what page it's on.
you circled
We
it.
can't read that. If you are watching this, you must purchase the book and read it yourself because I'm not going to regurgitate what her mom said to her. I'm not going to lie. I paused there.
Yeah,
I
for sure.
paused there because I'm not going to lie. We got to keep it real. When we was in high school and middle school, we was hearing the craziest stories ever.
For sure.
Like, what do you mean on the stairs, behind the stairs, in the bathroom?
Forgot all about that. I'm so
I'm only thinking about it now because of what her mom said, because it's true. Like, her mom know the business because she was the one that was out there popping
she's
it.
still
But it
young.
definitely
She knows. I was out there yesterday.
right, literally.
For
She
real.
said, "You knew what we was doing, hello?"
Right. Exactly. That's why I
But
he's very arrogant and just clueless. And I'm like,
he live in his own world.
how's you? Yeah, how's you running a business this airheaded?
Yeah. And it shows later on in the story. We're not gonna
Yeah,
get too far ahead,
yeah,
but it shows later on in the story.
definitely.
Okay. So I guess we can move on to chapter 2,
Hmm.
where they are in the new home. You know what? I'm gonna just say it because I'm itching to talk about it. We gonna get there. So apparently, we already talked about how she lost her virginity when she was 12
Yes.
with her best friend Natalie. She then talks about how she was friends with the older girl named Shantae, who
Oh,
taught her how to do different stuff.
yeah.
You guys can read between the lines based on what I prefaced with. She said that Shantae will let her watch her do certain things.
Let them watch,
Them.
not just her.
I just think that like some parts of this book is just way over the top. And this is one of the things that I just am baffled by. And it also makes me think about how important it is. No, you're not going to no sleepover. Like when I have my kid, you're not going to nobody's house. You're not going to no sleepover. You barely can walk home. But how is it that much time in the day? Shantae is weird for that. The babies are weird for watching. The man is weird for allowing all of this to happen.
To participate. Like what?
How is it even possible? Like, that's just out of this world. I can't imagine it. So, yes, when I have a kid, I'm not taking my eyes off of you
I be
until it's
think
too, like, by the time, I feel like by the time, I don't even know a set age. I'm just guesstimating. By the
to
time
say
he's 16,
7, 7, cause
you
7,
think,
that's it's really a developmental age. Like you get to that age, you like, all right now, you
like, you
starting to
making
grow up a little.
decisions.
You know right from wrong.
Right,
They know how to articulate themselves better.
right.
That's that point for real.
But, like, when would you take your protection off of them to say, like, I'm monitoring where you go, how long you're there for, like, all of
You,
that?
I think it depends on the kid. It depends on the
Mm.
kid. I don't really think it's an age. It really depends on the kid.
'Cause, like, I never wanted to like, some of the stuff that I be learning about, you could tell me if I'm lying. I never wanted to do it, like, I just was at the house, like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, my mama,
Like, I'm trying to think.
she wasn't strict with me. So, but
Yeah.
I also wasn't out of the house a lot. Like wherever I was going,
Like,
I
I
was
wasn't
with my friends,
mischievous.
but we wasn't up in everybody's face.
Yeah.
And I barely had
Like,
friends.
I
I
wasn't
literally had one or two
mischievous.
friends.
I
Right?
wasn't, like, coming up with, like, plans to do stuff, like,
Yeah, like
that
no,
just wasn't me. But I guess
yeah,
you're right, it do depend on the child.
you do.
I don't know. It's just like, how do you keep them from it? What I'm getting at is like, how would they? I feel like the parents fail. That's just what I'm thinking. But it's
Yeah,
like, how would you even protect your child from that? I guess it's the environment that you're in, and maybe that's why he wanted to move them out of Brooklyn.
yeah, and that's why I named. The only note I got for chapter 2 is that you could take the girl out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the girl. 'Cause she is trying everything to
Everything,
get back. I need my hair done. I need my nails done. Nobody can do it like them in Brooklyn. Please.
like, girl, go ahead, bruh.
Ain't even
Also,
discovered.
when they said When they said mommy was having the parties at the house, it made me think of Diddy and his mom. Did you watch that documentary?
No. No.
Okay, in Diddy's documentary, it says that his mommy would have parties at the house when he was young, and all the grown-ups would come to the house, and guess who in the middle of the dance floor? Why? Why is your son at the party and y'all know y'all doing your business? He's seeing y'all drinking, he's seeing y'all doing whatever, booger sugar, whatever y'all done. Like, why is she articulating that in here? Why is she articulating that they in there doing powder during her mom's party?
Cause they ain't got no shame. They all powdered up, not even realizing. She probably looking like a grown woman, just walking
That's
through.
ridiculous. That's trifling, is what that is. Chapter 3 is when she called the sugar daddy.
Yes. She was about to trying to figure out how she was about to manipulate him to get him to drive her to Brooklyn.
Okay. Then we have to discuss her run in with Midnight. So let's share who Midnight is. We know Midnight more in depth because we've read the Midnight series. There is a series that Sister Soldier has specifically dedicated to this character. And I personally like Midnight, but I don't like that he is with a Japanese woman. I'm sorry. Shoot me. He isn't with a Japanese woman in this story, but as you read the other novels, he's in
Keep
love with
trying
this.
to I'm trying to place him like how old he is. I know cuz I read a little bit of here. I know he's
Because this is
22.
further ahead in his story, I feel
Y-
like.
Yeah, he 22, so I don't think he would either. Oh, you ain't read the other Midnight book. He ain't with the Japanese girl no more in here for sure.
Okay, so he ended up breaking up with her.
I think they got married,
Right,
but
they got married and he went to chase her to Japan.
right because her daddy took.
I don't know how that ended up going.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it for you, but yeah.
Okay, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I kept trying. I'm like, how old was he? But he was very, very young, getting married,
In the
chasing that
Midnights.
girl. Yeah, he was like
Yeah.
16, 15. But yeah.
Yeah, because they had to get he had to get his uncle to sign a paper.
Uh-huh.
He had to get her uncle to sign a paper for them to be legally married because they
Yep.
was too young.
Yep. But Midnight, he's a Muslim man. he
Period. He's
he he don't.
Sudanese.
Yes, Sudanese, very black, as Winter likes to describe him. Very good looking. But don't give a care about Winter at all. Cause
Don't not paying her the single mind.
she not his
A
type.
second thought.
She not his type. And
Because
she
she a
just
hood rat.
yeah, she just can't fathom the idea that he don't like her at all. She like, I'm a bad bee. Like, I look good. I know I look good.
Yeah.
Look at these boobs. Like, look at this butt. Like,
And he looking
what's
at
wrong?
her like, "Are trifling. I would never touch you." You know how many people touching that? I'm never touching that.
Bro, I
That's how
wrote
he
in the
looking
book
at
so
her.
many times like delusional. I would have gave up. Oh my God. Emotional damage.
She is literally dreaming about him proposing to her
She is.
when
Multiple
they
times.
don't even talk.
At all. He don't even smirk at her.
Literally. I'm sorry. I can't weather that. I think, but it's for her, like we said, it's like the chase of validation. Like
Yeah.
she wants to be validated.
And this is a real challenge. So she
Right.
like,
She like
I
to see a
gotta get
challenge.
to it. Like this is her dream man. The most
Yeah.
difficult one out of everybody.
And
Because
it's
he got
what I
standards.
realized, right. That's the difference with him is that he has standards, but that is what she lacks is standards and substance
And a
because
real
she's so
character.
like superficially he's everything. And
Yeah.
I think like from like, I realized that in my experience, like, I feel like in the past, I've been like very like, oh, he need to look like this, look like that, da, da, da. But just because somebody looks how you want them to look on the outside doesn't mean that they have anything going on
Yeah,
the
for real.
inside. Like, I didn't even think that that was. possible for people to, like, genuinely be void.
Mhm.
Like, you have no personality, you have no
Yeah.
boundaries, you have
No goals, no nothing.
nothing. And I remember talking to my dad a couple years ago, and, he was like, "What's your type, Kayla?" And I was like, "Tall, dark skin, handsome, smart,
Yeah.
man of God." And he said my dad was like, "No." He was like, "No." And I was like, "What, Dad? What's wrong with that?" And he was
Right.
like, That's what you want, like, that's all you care about?" And I was like, "Well, it's a start." And he was like, "No, start over." And that really was like that really he really was I love my dad because he really was checking me like, "Girl,
Yeah.
you could find somebody that check all of them little boxes and they be a spawn of Satan." It's like, "No."
No, for real, cause
I
I
just
wrote I always tell you that I wrote a list when before I met my husband, and, like, he checked off every box, but then I was like, "I should have been more detailed." Like, why wasn't I more detailed? Like, why wasn't I more picky? And I'm not a picky person, but I'm like, why am I not picky? Like, why didn't
Yes.
I refine that list?
Like, it's, like, actually thinking about, like and I think it also comes from, like, you being young is when you like, you care about all of these superficial things, right?
Yeah,
Because that's
yeah.
what you're originally presented with.
Mhm.
But I don't think it's until you experience life that you're like, "Okay, like, now that I had a little taste of life, I do want a man that's patient with me."
Yeah. Gotta be like,
You
okay,
know what
I
I'm
give you
saying?
what you want, and now you're going to be tested with it.
Right. Literally. Quite literally. But,
That's it.
yeah, I think when you young, you have these, like, superficial ideas, and I think that's where she is. Because like we said in the book, they have a big age gap.
Mhm.
But, yeah, I think it's important, like, to call out the foundational differences that they have because we learned about Midnight in that, like, I believe his father passed away, but he still had the foundation of their, religion.
Yeah.
And that, like, is what he bases a lot of his decisions on in the way that he carries himself, compared to her is, like, completely worldly, and that she doesn't have any foundation, any checks in place, like, to tell her, like, "You doing too much, girl."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And I think that's a critical part of, like, when you're choosing a partner too, like, okay, it's cute for you to say that you believe in God. That's really cute. Really, that's, like, so cute. But, like, how do you carry that? Like,
Right.
do I see that in the way that you behave?
Exactly. Yeah.
And you could quickly like we live in Delulu land when we like somebody as women, we do that often. But it really takes for you when you really like on your journey, like you walking with God, you getting closer to God, you can assess of like, why you talking about taking my clothes off?
Right.
You are not the man that you say that you are.
Exactly.
Hang up on you. Or even certain things like of integrity, like, are you a man like, do you what you say you gonna do
Mhm.
you do it?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Right.
And no ambiguity between that, like, it's not sometimes he do it, sometimes he don't know. Do he do what he say he gonna do, or do he just shut up? Thank
Right.
you. Yeah, the end of chapter 3 is when she come home from the party and she have a dream. Okay, before she come home, before I get to the dream, she come home from the party, she frustrated, she wanna smoke some marijuana
Cause
that she
midnight
copped
then
while
ignored her.
yes, because Midnight ignored her in the party. She copped it while she was in New York, and she about to best she rolling up, and mommy pop in, and they have a little chat about Midnight, and she like, "I know you in love with him, this, and that, but don't smoke that in here because your daddy is gonna flip out."
Right.
So she goes out and smokes on the window, and then she fades into this dream that we don't know it's a dream until the end,
Mhm.
that Midnight busts open the front door and
Asking
asking
for her
can
hand in marriage.
from her dad.
Yeah.
And it's actually she's being delusional once again.
And she get woken up by her friend Natalie calling her phone.
Right.
And
And then she tell a big old lie about how Midnight took her home because her dad asked him to go pick her up.
right.
We forgot to leave out the point that Midnight works for Winter's father.
Yeah. Mm.
So she thinks that the only reason he's not engaging with her is because he fears her father.
Uh-huh.
Even though he states, I'm my own man, I'm not scared of your daddy. She can't fathom in her brain. She's like, she's making up any excuse in her brain for him not to be attracted to her. And he's just not attracted to her for more than superficial look.
All through this book, delusion, delusion, delusion.
Delusional. The whole time. Everybody delusional.
Everybody.
Midnight, the only person that live in reality.
Man.
But yes. So all around, it's a very chaotic 3 chapters, I must say. It's very captivating. It draws you in.
It does. If you like
Um,
raunchy stuff, it's definitely something. You
yes, it's
might
definitely the tea that you're looking for in your life.
no, for real.
I would say another part that stood out to me was when her and Midnight were in a car and he was listening to Sister Soldier who was talking about like whatever was going on during that time period. And she
Mm.
like, why you want to listen to this?
Yeah, she tried to turn off his radio. He said, "Don't touch much."
Yes. But like he is somebody that like is trying to educate himself and she don't want nothing to do with that. Like she just ignorant
And I think it repels him from her because
even
how much
more.
she just can't stand to hear what's right.
Exactly. Like they would never work out.
No,
Never.
no.
Yeah. They are not equally yoked by any
Oh.
means. So that's where we left off.
Yep.
We will be reading chapters 4 through 6
Mm-hmm.
and we'll discuss that in 2 weeks.
Okay. Then
So if y'all watching this,
go get the book. Mine's so up.
yeah, you could get it from the library. I got mine from the library.
Mhm.
You got to catch up. So you got a lot of work to do. You got to read chapters 1 through 3, which we already read, and chapter 4 through 6.
Yeah.
But 2 weeks for us is 3 weeks for them because we post afterwards. So y'all got some time.
Care for math.
Y'all got some time
Yeah.
to catch up and read. So do
Mhm.
that. And after y'all read, let us know what y'all thinking about the book. Anything that we missed that we didn't talk about that we could
Mhm.
talk about the next episode.
Yeah, so subscribe, like this video, and comment down below. Maybe some more books that we can read in the
Yeah.
future. And yeah, tell us if y'all already read this book and how y'all felt about it.
And which I know about Sister Souljah that we don't know. Cause
Yeah,
yeah.
we're all the girls from
Okay.
Brooklyn.
Right. The Brooklyn girlies in the comments.
Yeah, tell us what y'all think about her. But yeah, alrighty,
All right. Bye, world.
bye.